everybody? It's your host, the Sportsman, coming at you live once again here with Thunderdome Puckcast. Coming at you live post-game show. Game number 2 in the books. Bolts come out on top again. A little bit of a streak going on. 2-1 your final score. Out of Raleigh. So just some high level thoughts, of course, and many would agree probably not the Bolts' best game or performance of the playoffs, maybe other than Vasy once again playing spectacularly, keeping the Bolts in the game, as the Bolts didn't have their strongest game offensively. They played decently defensively. I think this was a game that Carolina just lost, honestly. Look at some of the statistics in a moment. But really, you're looking at takeaway giveaways. Carolina, staggering numbers. I think 20 plus giveaways this game. On top of the numerous missed opportunities on odd man rushes. In one wide open net missed, more than a few 2-on-1s or 3-on-2s that resulted in no shot on goal. So once again, really a game that Carolina found a way to lose, despite basically doubling up the Lightning in shots. So not as, that number I think tells a different story. And again, we'll look at that in a moment when we really jump into the deep analysis of the game, where the game was actually, while the shots were lopsided, true scoring opportunities and high danger chances actually were a little bit closer than what you would think. Looking at possession, Corsi and Fenwick all showing heavy slants toward Carolina in terms of possession in all situations, 5-on-5, which played most of the game on 5-on-5. A nice change. I think the whistles were in the pockets a little bit today. The referees, nothing egregious. I think it was definitely an adventure in officiating most of the Panthers series. But all in all, pretty clean game played by the Lightning. Other than really not being able to, in periods of not being able to string multiple passes together. One and dones in the offensive zone. I think Carolina was doing a great job at clogging up. But once again, it was mostly their own undoing with multiple giveaways. Just kind of surprise chances for the Bolts. Even though there weren't many, they were able to turn something into a few goals, and that's all they needed, with Vasy once again only giving up a late goal once they had pulled the goalie on 6-on-5. Kind of one, maybe he wish he had back, got a piece of it. Would have been nice to get another playoff shutout, but again, nevertheless, Lightning learning from that turtling episode against the Panthers early on in the playoffs, and really, despite taking a 2-0 lead, really pushing the envelope a little bit, and Carolina getting once again that late goal, kind of make it interesting. A little bit of pressure too when it was 2-1 with last 20 seconds to go. Never in doubt, maybe. It looked a little dicey for a little bit, but we'll jump into the stats right here, right now. Of course, the 2 goal scores of the Lightning. No goal scoring happening until the second period. Alex Killorn coming on board, and really what looked like to be an innocent shot. No highlight package ready yet, by the way. Trying to wait it out to see if someone would throw a highlight package up so we could look at the highlights kind of like we did on the last show. Nothing yet. Keep refreshing, and if they appear, throw it on there. But again, kind of an innocent shot. Really almost semi from the blue line. It was just kind of a, let's see what happens. Let's throw something on goal, maybe it deflects. Clean goal, no deflection. Almost a perfect shot, low against low, not really along the ice, but pretty low, maybe pad level. Just a perfect
Another
screen.
one.
I think Beljovic just didn't see it out of reach of his pad. And 1-0. Lightning locked it up a little bit without some moments of panic, but really goal number 2 not happening until the third period. The sweet move by Raleigh, backhander. That was really all we needed. And of course, really close in goal. I think it was Neshikov. Get 2-1. Interesting with the goal he pulled. I felt so confident in the Lightning pulling off that game that I wasn't even paying attention to what time it was, how much time was left in the period. We're just kind of counting it out. Didn't even know they had pulled the goalie. It was like, oh, I'm feeling good. Oh, there's getting a little bit of pressure, and then that's what, oh, makes sense. About a minute and a half to go, time to pull the goalie, and Carolina got one with the goalie pulled. All right. Take a look at our statistics. General statistics for tonight's game, of course. Big 2-1 victory for the Bolts. Shots on goal. This is again doubling up here. 32-15 in favor of Carolina. I think there's a little bit of a different story to go over. In the face-off circle, we saw the Lightning struggle a little bit, particularly Stamkos. Look at there, Tyler Johnson, only 25% of the face-offs. I assume he only took 4, maybe 1 of 4, being on the fourth line. Kind of surprised to see him out there 10 minutes, though. Good for him. Getting some power play time as well. So 25% on the face-off circle for him. Stamkos, I think, was under 40%. Billy Barkley, Goodrow, and Sorelli are big boys in the circle. 0 for 2 for both teams on the power play. Just 4 penalty minutes. No rough stuff. Nothing after the whistle. No matching minors. Hits were pretty even, and blocks pretty even. But the giveaways were huge. I think we noted, and a few of you guys on the chat chiming in, Lightning with some of their turnovers. Somehow Carolina was worse, and maybe because we're always so hypercritical of our own team. Oh, there's another turnover. Carolina, 23 turnovers. That number really jumps out at me. In terms of ice time, of course, Dunna and Edmund leading the way, 23 and 26 minutes respectively. Offensively, I think we had Kucherov and Palat leading the way in the 18-minute mark. Sorelli getting 17:40. Good for him. Good to see him with some extra ice time there. He's been playing some good hockey. Goals are going to come. Saying it all along. Goals are going to come for Raleigh, and he scored once again a big goal. Jump over to the in-depth statistics that we like here with Natural Stat Trick. Always available after each and every hockey game, regular season or playoffs. You're a big stat head like me. You love the stuff that he's got. This is what we're looking at in all situations. Of course, Corsi and Fenwick both suggesting pretty the game slanted towards Hurricanes, which is what we saw. We saw a lot of Hurricane possession, definitely more odd man rushes. Despite their giveaway problem, I still felt like Carolina had a little bit more pressure, at least on the surface. And shots for and against 32-15 in favor of the Hurricanes. So scoring chances, again, this is where you see a little bit of an imbalance, 28-16 in favor of Carolina. But what I was saying was big numbers are never, or sometimes not what they always appear or what they appear to be. High danger scoring chances, actually 10-9. 10-9. So of Lightning's 15 shot attempts, or I guess a couple other ancillary shots that are around the net, I think they hit 2 posts as well. Posts are considered a scoring chance or a high danger scoring chance. 10-9. So it was actually a lot closer than you thought, despite 32 shots for and however many the Lightning blocked. Really only 10 of those you'd consider high danger chances, and maybe a little bit more even than we thought. However, the expected goals sometimes is here where you'll see a little bit of a differential and really where Vasy played a heck of a game. So for Carolina, their expected goals for 2.95 versus the Lightning's 1.37. Lightning's 2. That's a little bit of a deficit there. And again, just speaks to what a game Vasy played. Heck, if they didn't score that goal, that's an even bigger differential there. Of course, always love seeing how the game flow works out in all situations. Hurricanes were basically on top of it for the most part. Lightning gained, I think, a little bit momentum after that first power play, despite looking terrible on it. Still able to pull some momentum, and that's really when that weird goal went in. Again, this game was another feel-out game. It's weird to have kind of 2 of those in a row, right? Game 1 is a little bit slow, as who's going to make the mistake, and ultimately it was the Hurricanes who made the mistake. Same thing here in game 2. Who's going to make the mistake? It was Ski allowing Raleigh to skate right around him and in for the game winner. And really a lot of possession in favor of Hurricanes here when you're looking at and Fenwick in all situations. Heat map. I like seeing the heat map, right? Lightning actually volley here in the slot and high danger scoring area and this area here. Here is Killorn's goal out here by the blue line, right down Broadway. And really just, again, not too many shots for the Bolts. Some peppering them from really bad spots here. Carolina, again, 32 shots on goal, kind of shooting wherever they wanted to. High volume up front, but really nothing here in the slot, though. In between the circles, that's usually a money area. Lightning clearing them out right here in the middle. So a little bit of periphery shots, a few from the circles. I think the Lightning defense holding true and strong for this one. So what we have in a nutshell for game number 2. We'll see what happens in game number 3, of course, moving over to Tampa. Crowd looked crazy in Raleigh today. It looked like they were going full capacity. I think they're claiming slightly below that. I think Bolt's going with 13,000 maybe for game 3 and game 4. Hopefully getting to full capacity by the conference finals, or I guess with final 4 right this year. I guess with Toronto's loss, winner of this series plays the winner of New York Boston. Wouldn't it be nice to see our division rivals once again for a chance to play for the Stanley Cup, or rematch from last year, conference finals last year, Bolts Islanders. We're going to get round 2 for the chance to play for the Cup, assuming we take care of business against Carolina, of course, over the next 2 weeks. We will have to wait and see. We're going to have to talk about the other series, though. Hopefully I'll be able to hop on tomorrow once again, do an episode of Thunderdome Puckcast. I've been promising it for a week. We got to talk about these other series, what we got right, what we got wrong. Definitely more than a few series we got wrong, unbelievably, and I think a few other experts as well got it wrong. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Crazy series out in Toronto. Crazy series with New York moving on against the Penguins. Going to be absolute insanity here as we get into the Final 4. And, of course, another Stanley Cup Finals happening in the summer. Can't beat that. Nothing better than summer hockey, right? That's been it for your host, the Sports Moose. Hope you're having a great night. We will see you next time here, post-game show. Hopefully on Thursday. Join us 5-10 minutes after the game. Should be able to do another third game period watch for you guys liking that. So we get to watch the game along. You can join us on chat about how the game is going. Go Sports Moose. See you next time here on the Thunderdome Puckcast. Take care.
Another one.